Just get ready with me. Let's put this on speed because I have to do my skincare and my makeup and my hair, and we're gonna go organize the background. Well, hello pumpkins. We here don't look too colorful anymore. My hair is completely black. Unbelievable. Anyways, hello pumpkins, welcome or welcome back to another video in this channel. If you're new here, thank you for deciding to turn to my channel. Don't click out of this video yet, and I would much likely advise you to first go look at my channel before watching this live, because it may be a little bit boring for you since it's the first time you're here. But if this is not your first time here, thank you for returning, and please stick to the live and let's talk. So hello for the first person who joined. So I have a book here with 10 things I have to tell you guys, update you guys, which are important to my life, and since you guys are part of my life, so I'll let you guys know. Since I don't expect many people to be in this live, I'm gonna follow through the whole notes, and because I know this will be recorded on the channel, so when you guys watch, you are able to understand fully without any cuts or anything like that. So I can cut that. It's 10 p.m. so yeah, you guys will see me yamming here a lot. We have gone to the gradings, which is written there. Now let's talk about being less regular in YouTube. I have taken a time to think, and also this year you guys have noticed that I haven't been very regular here in the channel. It's been almost 2 months and I have only posted 3 videos or 2 videos actually that was recorded in this year, because the other 2 videos that were posted this year was recorded in 2022. But this year I have only recorded 3 videos, 1 that's still not finished yet, and 2 that have gone public for you guys. The reason being because many things have been happening, which forced me to post as much. Let's talk about the first thing, which is prioritizing God in my life. I have noticed that since I decided to open YouTube channel, it wasn't, let me talk about, like, I got pregnant at 15, and when I came to the UK, I was living for my father for a short time. Then I moved to live with my auntie for space reasons and many other reasons. But mainly being because the house wasn't big enough for all of us. And since I was carrying a baby, we needed a bigger house. But the house was super close to my father, so I would still see him and my mom and my sisters, all of them, wherever I wanted. And I used to go there just to spend the day with them. But since I was living alone and I was pregnant, I wanted to learn how to be a mom. I wanted to learn other things because I'm only 15 and I knew nothing about life. So I started watching YouTube, but I would like I would watch Portuguese YouTube videos because this is my first language, Portuguese. But I would watch the Brazilian ones because that's the only thing that would come up when you search for something. So every time I watch, I was like, oh my god, they have so many followers. Oh my god, it's so successful. Ooh. Hi Sherlani, have you noticed my black hair? I look different. That's embarrassing. Anyways. So yeah, like I was saying, I would notice that they had many followers, and I was like, wow, they have so many followers. Like, how did they get this many followers? That's interesting. And I wanted to have that. I was like, okay, let's do. I did the first video, and if you actually go to my channel, you will see my first video where I explain how I got pregnant and at 15 and all these things. But the video didn't go viral, and I was like, why? Like, there's so many videos of people telling that they got pregnant and they get like super viral. Why am I not viral? I was actually a little bit upset, I'm not gonna lie, but so I took a year gap. And then I started, that was the year that my auntie also moved from the house that we were living because her kids, hi Dorothy, oh thank you. So that was the year that also my auntie was waiting for her kids to come to UK. So once they got here, she moved out. So I was living all alone for the first time with Christopher, and I remember I was 17. So it was pretty scary. Our house was so big, and I felt like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Like so many people. I mean, I'm living alone, so I felt a little bit scared. So I started recording videos, but I never post those videos because back then I didn't really had much awareness of how the camera should be placed and what should I wear. So I remember back then all my videos that now I look and I'm like, oh my god, this looks very indecent, because like the clothes would look not okay to be out there and my hair would look messy and I'm like, oh my god. But anyway, those videos just made me realize that I was speaking to the camera and I felt less lonely, and I was looking at the camera and speaking. I was like, oh, probably instead of doing for the money and for the followers, I should actually start making oh hi, you here, hello. And I was like, instead of doing for the money, I'm gonna actually start doing because it's a great way to learn English. Since I didn't have friends, and it just seemed like a nice way to learn English and speaking with someone for the reason I didn't have friends. So I started doing that, and I actually like it. And I wasn't too worried about followers and having views just because I didn't have that anyway, and I decided to do it a way of learning English. So I was okay. For many years I had YouTube and I didn't have many followers and I was still happy. But it got to a stage of my life where I needed money. It's not more like about I, I want fame. I needed money as income, and I really didn't care if it was coming from YouTube or if I had to work. It just gets to a stage that we're all getting old. I mean, anyway, you understand what I mean. We're growing up, and you need to work to have your own income because there's many things that you need as a person, and plus me that I have a little person, so many things I need, and I was like, oh my god, I want to start working also for the experience and just being part of like doing something to the world. I didn't just want to be sitting at home and getting government help. That was never my dream, never my plans, and will never be staying at home and not doing anything. So definitely I was looking forward to that. But I didn't really go as my plan because COVID hit, and we all staying home, and I just found myself really getting to know what depression really means. Like until then, yeah, I would feel sad sometimes, but I've never experienced being depressed and anxious about the future. And that's where everything started. I felt feeling super low, and okay, let me write it down. I have to leave. Yeah, yeah, that's also, oh my god, I need to put my phone to charge before it disconnects. Okay, so that's what also the problem, which we're gonna talk later on here. But I just felt like super horrible during that time, and YouTube really became not just a place for me to learn how to speak English, but also became a place to comfort me and to feel like I had people around me, because yeah, that 100 people that I had watching me, and even though I thought, oh my god, this is not as many people I wish it was still a lot of people. Imagine you have 100 people in front of you and you're speaking or doing whatever you're doing in the camera in front of those 100 people, like watching you directly. Would you be able to do it? Like, so for me, I was like, okay, 100 people is a lot. So I felt like I had 100 people, like as a friend, as a family, and I felt like, okay, it was a way for me to feel less lonely and also continue improving my English. After the COVID started getting a little bit, good, um, I started getting more followers because I started making more videos, like going out and not just at home. Because having videos or making videos at home, sometimes it gets boring. People just seeing the same environment all the time. Um, so they had many other things uh, to watch and to look forward. So it was quite fun. And 2022 was a good year. I mean, many bad things happen. Um, yes, yeah, they go boring. It go boring so quickly because you make all the videos as possible, and then you don't have more ideas to make entertain. Because as much as people know this is a motherhood channel, they also expect you to see other things like traveling with your kid, going to a restaurant with your kid. But since it was quarantine, people were understanding because, of course, there is no restaurants that are open. I can't go to those places. But once the COVID was done, people were expecting to see more. And also, as a creator, you just feel like I want to do more. Like I need to do more. Like I need to keep up with all those people's. Um, but it's impossible. It's impossible, especially if you are a single parent or even if you have a husband or partner, you are a carer, like a full-time carer. Like it is really complicated because there is a lot of activities that you can't participate with your kid when the kid is a special need kid. Like you can't just participate of these activities. There is not many um inclusivity, like how to say that in English. Like they, even though they say like, oh my god, equality for everyone, there is not many things you see. And like at least for kids that are under 7, when you are 7 um up, there is a lot of activities, but until then there is literally not many activities. So it's really really hard for you to just feel like you're part of something because you're excluded until your kid meets certain age. So that's basically how I feel right now and how I've been feeling all these years. But taking part of talking about, that's why I have decided to be less regular on YouTube, because YouTube is not only about how many videos you posted. Like if you post videos every day, as long as your videos are entertained and they have any kind of value for people, then it's okay. But in my case, I was noticing that all my videos were not actually making much sense. Um, yeah, like I wasn't actually kind of trying to. Oh, I lost what I was saying. Okay, I was actually not making many videos, and the videos wasn't as interesting. So I felt like, oh my god, probably I should stop making YouTube. But then I tried, but I can't, just because it kind of became part of me. Like every time I'm doing something, I always have the habit of taking my camera and be like, okay guys, I'm doing this. So it was pretty much impossible for me to not do YouTube because it just became like I grew up basically my adult, like my part of my teenage until now that I'm 20. How old am I again? This is 2023, right? I'm 22. No, I'm 21. Oh my god. What's this? Okay, we are getting memory loss, which is not good. Okay, I'm not 22 yet. I'm gonna be 22 in May. We're still 21, okay? We're still 21. Oh God. Anyways, so it kind of, what was I saying? Oh my God, guys, this is not good. See, I'm having memory lost, which is not good. Don't hate myself. I should. It's just because I feel like I'm so much older than I actually am. I feel like I've been living this voice for so long, and I haven't actually. And I think it's the fact that I'm a mother, and you're so busy, and you feel like, oh my god, every year feels like you're living for 10 years. So, and one of the reasons I can't relate with any people my age, like when I speak with them, I just feel like um I don't understand your language. You know, like I just, yeah, so it's pretty difficult to mingle. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons also I decided this year, instead of forcing myself to make a lot of videos, it's because the plans of my videos is on my phone, but I have a lot of videos planned, like at least till like February until end of December, already planned with videos, excuse me, that I want to do it. Oh my god. Sorry guys, it's late, so I'm gonna be yamming a lot. Um, so I have a lot of videos already planned, but at the same time, like I have to be realistic with myself. Uh, at what point am I trying to do YouTube? I want to do YouTube for my whole life. But then again, let's be realistic. I grew up, like I said, basically in the parts or in the age that you are supposed to be learning something. I was trying to teach my kids something. So I didn't have the time or the opportunity to learn a lot of things. Like, yeah, I grew up cooking because in Africa, when you start speaking, you start doing other things. Literally, you clean, you do whatever. But I was never really friend of cleaning. It just was not my thing. Since I like eating, I decided to pick the kitchen. So I would be in the kitchen helping like the lady, because we had someone working in our house and she was the one that cooked. So I would be there also helping, and we became friends. Like she would cook and save food for me, and I would be there helping her, like making the food. So yeah, I was more into the kitchen than actually cleaning. But it was never oh, how to do this. It was more like looking her doing, you know. And I remember the first plate I did is a Portuguese plate called o menu dish. It is a Portuguese food called bitok. So basically, it's beef with French fries, rice, and salad. And that was just the first food I made it by myself. And I remember decorating the plates because I have the thing on me that when I cook, I like make the plate look pretty. So I decorated and I served everyone. Everyone liked it. It was good. It's a pretty easy food, depending on like how it. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not like, oh my god, such a huge food, but it was also the first time I realized that yeah, if I live alone, I can actually survive. Like, because if you live alone by yourself, like you mean exactly just you, yeah, it's really good. If you live only you, of course you will survive in anything. But once you have a kid, those kids are picky. They literally, I don't remember my age ever being like, oh, I'm not gonna eat that. Oh, I don't like this bread. No, I would eat everything, anything. But these kids nowadays, they be like, oh, I don't want this bread. This bread slept on the fridge. Like I need a fresh baked like bread, and this butter is really not my taste. Like I need this butter. Oh, this is a light butter. Like I don't want this one. I want that one. I'm just like, when did you learn how to choose things like that? I don't even choose like this. Just eat. The food is the eat, but they don't be like this. So basically, you have to learn how to be a chef in your own house for you to be able to raise your kids nowadays. So, and Christopher, like I don't like to put autism as he like not liking to eat, because there is a lot of kids that don't have autism but they are still picky. But being autistic is also one of the reasons kids can be very picky on the food, because of the texture of the food. So they become very picky, and Christopher is picky. Like when I tell you, he's so picky in food that he had to put his feeding tube because of food, because he wasn't eating at all. That's how picky he is. And now he eats a little bit better, but from a specific people. Like He will eat more food that my mom will cook than the food that I'll cook. And that just means that I don't know how to cook that well, which is true because, like I said, I didn't have the time to learn how to cook properly, you know. Um, so yeah, we're gonna start posting on YouTube less. I will not promise, oh my god, per month I'm gonna be posting 4 videos. I will not make that promise. So whatever you guys see a video on YouTube channel, that will be the video. I'm gonna try, and sometimes you guys will see like a lot of videos, and that's when I actually have like extra time. So you guys will see a lot of videos, sometimes 2 videos a week, 1 video every week, 3 videos even. But sometimes you really will go like 2 months, I mean 2 months, no, that's not what I meant, 2 weeks without seeing any video and just seeing the third week, or 1 video a month. It will really depend on how busy I am, because of the reasons I'm gonna list. Getting excited. Okay, first reason, I want to prioritize God in my life. I've noticed that since I've been so focused in YouTube and growing my audience and having money, I have left out God. Like I forgot that when I was on my knees and when I was super needy and literally broken, I prayed to God and asked Him for help, and I told Him that I would praise His name, which I haven't been doing. So I was basically like, I mean, in that time I wasn't lying, but then I'm not fulfilling my promise. You know what I mean? So taking time to God means that just to record a video, people really think, oh, YouTubers really do say, oh my god, they're so busy, they do so much. They don't even do that much. Like they just record a video and post. Just if it was just, everyone would have a YouTube. Because let me tell you, you record sometimes, especially for vloggers like me, you will record a video that sometimes is like 2 hours word of video, like it's long, and you have to rough cut this video, the parts that you don't need it, the part that don't make sense, the part that don't match. Once you rough cut, you're left with the 30 minutes video, 1 hour. 1 hour video, you need to cut even more and try to like kind of process it. Like you have to make this video maximum 30-40 minutes, which is depending on how your audience already knows your videos. My videos are known to be maximum 20 minutes, and when I post videos like that 30 minutes, I will notice my audience dropping at some point because it's like too long. So how do you make this 2 hour word of content in only 20 minutes? You need to spend the whole day and sometimes 2 days, 3 days editing, because once you cut it and you have the 20 minutes, you need to find musics that are not copyright, you need to add subtitles, you need to add effects so the video sounds more pleasing to the people that are watching, you need to add recommendations. If you spoke about something, you need to make on the screen so people can see. Like you need to add and make the video and do so many things that basically it will take you 1 day maximum if you don't have any other thing to do. But in my case, I have house, Christopher, so for me sometimes it takes 2-3 days just for one video. So it's very realistic of me when you guys see like 2 videos a week on my channel, means I haven't ate, I haven't took a shower, and I'm just literally living for the channel. So it's really time consuming. Yes, Charlene, it is time consuming, and which means I don't have time to God. Like I don't have time to even say thank you God for waking me up, thank you that I'm alive. There is so many things happening in this world, like, but I'm still here, I'm still breathing, thank you for waking me up. I don't even have time to that. So I don't think it's fair. So for that reason, we're gonna be minimizing on the video so I can take some time to God, the one that keeps me here breathing, standing up, and being the person I am. Other thing is focus in learning life skills. Like I said, I have many things here, so that's why I'm looking here. So when I say learning life skills, I mean by improving my cooking, and those I'm not just learning for Christopher, I'm learning for myself. Okay, because I believe I grew up in a family who likes to eat and they know cook and bake and do all these things. So as I was growing up, of course I didn't know I was gonna get pregnant early. My dream was just to learn how to be a good person, like that takes care of the house. And I don't even mean housewife, because my dream was never to sit at home and let the men provide for me. But I mean in a sense of knowing how to cook, how to bake, just do those things for myself, because I like eating, and buying things outside, it is expensive. So yeah. And we experienced pandemic that sometimes we didn't had where to order things, and when you don't know how to do it, you suffer. So yeah, I want to learn how to cook, I want to learn how to bake, I want to learn how to clean. I am not very good at cleaning, but I want to learn how to do it, and I have taken position of actually putting myself out there to learn how to clean. And I understand a lot of people don't like admitting on that when they are like over 19 or 18 that they don't know many things, but I think it's important for us to really admit that we don't know many things, that we need help, and that we will take time to learn. So that's what I'm saying. When I learn how to cook, I want to learn how to bake, I want to learn how to clean and be organized. I am not a very organized person, so I want to learn how to be organized, and I want to learn how to manage my finances, because yes, if I'm not organized with my own house, of course I'm not going to be organized with my own money. And I never had anyone teaching me how to manage my own money. The first money I got, nobody taught me how to organize my money. Like, I should save at least a quarter of my money, and this money I should buy the food, this I should pay the bill, and this one I should at least take a little bit more and save in cash just for daily things. The other thing I should do that and that. Nobody told me that. Like, when I got the money, my first ever money, I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, that's a lot of money. Ooh, oh my god. Like, what do I do? So nobody told me. So I need to learn that if I wanna grow in life, I need to know how to manage my own finances. And I'm 21 to be 22. So I'm not that young anymore. Like, I'm not, oh my god, so old. But I like to think that don't matter what your age is, we don't know what age we're gonna die. Only God knows. So imagine if my time limit is to die at 30, means that I'm already old, because if I only have 8 more years to live, then I'm already old. Like, I've lived more than half of my life. Now if I have like 60 years to live, means I'm not that old, but I'm also getting there, you know. Um yeah, that's what I'm saying. But for that, I need to like take time to do those things instead of just being 100% focused on the channel. And there's gonna be a lot of things that I'm gonna record and take you guys to this process of my life. But this process takes time. It doesn't happen um just like in one day. For me to learn how to clean, I'm not gonna learn in one day. It probably will take me 6 months, 1 year, depending on how good I want to become. It will take me time. So yeah, you guys will follow me into this process, but I don't promise to be posting videos constantly about that process until I actually feel that I can even post and tell people how to do it when I don't even know how to. So I need to learn first. And my channel is about motherhood, which includes a lot of cleaning, cooking, and taking care of Christopher. And even though I have some life experience, because even though I don't know much, as you live, you will learn. I also feel like my followers have more experience in many things than me, because my followers are actually adults and older than me, which is good because we actually can relate. But if I'm gonna come here and tell you guys how to do something, I need to know how to do as well. Like, I can't teach you how to do something that I already know, and actually I'm not sure if I even know for real, you know? So need to learn those things, need to learn finance. Number 6, I want to learn any kind of educational skill, or like get a certificate. Or hi Stephanie, hello, is it the first time you're here? I don't if it's not, I'm sorry, my memory is very bad. So we were talking about I want to gain education skills and educational skills, any kind of certificate or second time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Please forgive me. My memory is very bad. And hi. So yeah, so any kind of certificate or graduation. As you all know, or probably not, I didn't graduate for college in any course I did. I did hair and beauty and I did health, science and social care, but I never graduated these courses. Like I did 1 year of each course, but I never did like the full 3 years and got a certificate for me to be even be able to work. Like I've never done that. First of all, because Christopher's health. Second of all, because my mind was just always thinking, oh my God, my son, my son, my son. COVID hit, never was able to do that. So for my own good, and because I don't want to become the kind of mother that will look at my son one day and be like, I didn't do that because of you. I didn't finish this dream because he didn't ask to be here. First of all, I made him. And when he was in my belly, I could have chose to just be like other people do. I'm gonna, you. But no, I was like, I'm gonna keep you and take care of you. So this all was my choice, you know. Uh, okay. That's why I don't remember you that much because, yeah, I was only a reply on the comment. I'm just kind of thinking like which comment was it? Which video was there? Let me know. Um, so yeah, so I decided to keep Christopher all the way. And I remember when Christopher was literally dying on the hospital, I got on my knees, I cried so much, and I was like, God, please save my son. God, please save my son. I want to be able to be Christopher's mom. So in each and every step of the way, I may not have chose to get pregnant, but once I was pregnant, I chose to. Oh, okay, I remember you now. Yeah, you asked how he was, and then you said, oh, you actually explained. I just wanted to make sure that was actually the result. But yeah, I remember you now. Sorry. Um, so like, even though I didn't choose to get pregnant at 15, I chose to keep Christopher at 15. And I chose to keep Christopher when he was dying. I could just be like, actually, if he would be better for me because I'm young. No, I got on my knees and I never prayed like that in my life. I was only 16 by the time Christopher was born. And I was on my knee crying, begging God to save my son because I wanted to be his mom. So yeah, didn't choose to get pregnant, but I chose to be Christopher's mom all the way. Okay, he was out. I could just be like, okay, I'm gonna put him to adoption. I'm still young. I can enjoy my life. No, I chose to be his mom. So Christopher was my choice, in kind of way because I could get rid of him in many ways, but I chose to have my kid. So um I need to be I don't want to be the kind of mom that will look at him and blame him for me not getting education or not getting any life skills because I chose him, you know. So, um, hi, Joanne. Welcome to the video. To the live, I mean, not the video. So, yeah, for this reason, I want to get education, any skills, anything. I'll let you guys know about something. I applied for university and of course we're looking into that because like I said, I didn't do college until the end, so I don't have many points to be able to meet the course I want to do in university. So I may do foundation first, or I may do like a course online, which is actually what we're looking for. We'll see. You guys will get to know once I have answers myself because right now I'm kind of, I don't know. Becoming a better person and a better mom. And I know you guys will say, Lydia, you already a good mom. Lydia, you already a good person. Like, you guys know the Lydia that you see on the screen. You guys know the Lydia that I want you guys to know. You don't know the Lydia I know. And I don't think nobody but God and me actually knows the real Lydia. Like, because even my family, I can just present a Lydia that I know they will accept. And actually, no, I'm not like that. I'm not saying I'm fake, but I'm saying all of us don't present ourselves the way we actually are. We always put a second mask and present ourselves the way we think the society will accept us, which is true. We don't put our opinions there because we know the world won't agree with what we say, the way we think, and we just decide to be what the world wants us to be. And I don't want to be like this anymore. So let me read what I wrote of what being a good person in my for me means. So being a good person for me is when I forgive myself and allow myself um, to learn the proper way. I mean, we all have gone through so many things in our life, and I especially have done many things to other people as a kid that we all do, but that's still wrong, you know. And um yes, and it's really hard once you get pregnant to then go back and attend college because then your brain is like full with worries. But like I said, university for me is not like, oh my god, so important. Um, but then I still want to get a degree. So yeah, definitely, it's something that as a human, as a person, I believe all of us at some point of our life, no matter how old you are, if you're already in your 50s and you think you can do it, go ahead and do it. I think it's just something that you can look and be like, oh my God, I did it. Like, you know, just something that I want to do it. So little looking forward for that. So we're talking about then becoming a better person and a mom. And for me, it's being able to forgive myself. You know, when we do something wrong, we always ask God for forgiveness. God, forgive me. Like, but what about yourself? Like, have you forgiven yourself for the things that you've done? Because if you keep asking God for forgiveness for the same mistake you have done it, just means that you haven't forgave yourself yet. Um, yes, like you haven't forgave yourself. Um, that's why you keep asking God to forgive you for the things that you have done, and that probably no, he has forgive you already, because if you truly repented, he has forgiven you already. But since you haven't forgive yourself, you think that God also didn't forgive yourself, so you keep asking forgiveness for the same mistake every day you pray. So I have realized that I've gone in into that mode of always asking God for forgiveness and the same things, because I'm actually haven't forgave myself. So yeah, I want to learn how to forgive myself, because when you forgive yourself, you become a better person. You learn how to forgive others better because you have learned in first hand how to forgive your own self. So there is many things that other people have done to me that are really bad, and I mean like really bad to the point that you don't even want to look to the person's face, because it's really bad and have lived you in such a bad um, position. But today I saw a video that made me cry. So this man, it was actually 10 minutes before I started this live, I saw this video of a man, of a family who have lost a child, a brother, a family member. And for this man, it was his brother. A woman killed this man. I don't know the context of the story, why she killed, but she still killed this man. And she was in on the court, and the judge was there. And this man, he is Christian. He looked at the woman and said, I know my family. And you could see that it took so much out of him to say those words. It took so much out of him to be able to not act as a human, like with the, how do I say that, not with his own power, the power of God. Like literally applying what the Bible tell us to do, what God tell us to do. Forgive others, which is hard, especially when someone killed your brother. I can imagine someone killing someone I love, and I look at that person's face and I act like that man acted. That was when I realized that nobody has killed anyone that I love. Probably they have killed something in me, but I'm still here, I'm still alive, and I haven't even forgave these people, you know. Um, so yeah, continuing on what the man said, he looked at the woman and said, "I know what the what you did, it was wrong, and I know what I'm saying here. My family may not agreed, because I think before him, his brother, the other brother said, 'I wish you die,' something like that. So he said, 'I don't want you to die. I actually didn't even wanted you to go to prison. I wanted you to repent truly and give your life to Jesus. I forgive you.'" And he was crying because it was hard for him to say that someone killed your brother, you know? So he was like, "I forgive you by the grace of Jesus Christ. Because I may have not killed anyone, but my mistakes I have committed will be judged by God the same way, just as you." Because we sometimes think just because it's a big mistake and the other one looks big in our eyes, God will judge the same way. No, 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 no. If you committed a sin, that person committed a sin, don't matter which sin is bigger or smaller. If you don't repent, you guys have the same punishment. So the way he was speaking and presenting himself, it didn't even look like he was talking as a human, you know, because if as us, you will say just like, "I don't forgive you," just like the other brother said, "I wish you die too because you killed my brother." But no, he was like, "I forgive you. I didn't even wanted you to go to the prison. I want you to repent, give your life to Jesus, and become a good person." I And then he went ahead and said, "Judge, can I hug her?" And the judge was like a little bit, you know, not wanting to, because this man could also go there and kill this person, you know, playing like he forgave. These things happen. But then the judge was like, "Okay, with protection." He went there and he hugged her. He hugged the woman that killed his brother and prayed for her. He was praying, and the whole room, even the judge, the police, everyone was crying the prayer that he was saying. I'm gonna try to tag this video on my channel so you guys can go and watch it for yourself. I'm gonna put on my community so you guys can watch and see for yourselves. I was so touched, and I actually realized that, wow, you know, many people have done so many things to me that it don't even get closer to what this man um went to his life, or what this woman did to this family. And he still has prayed for her, he still forgave her, and he still wish her well. Do you do the same thing? Like, if your neighbor like offend you in a kind of way, do you still pray for your neighbor? I mean, that's what God tell us to do, to pray for our neighbors. Like, if your neighbor acts like a Karen, like the internet say, do you still pray for your neighbor? Do you still wish well to your neighbor? I mean, the society that we live is not like this anymore. So when I say I want to become a good person, I mean I want to change the way. That's good, Stephanie. Yeah, we need to still pray for them. So I want to become this kind of person, like, not just look at people for their mistakes, because I hurt other people too. Like, I may not realize, because sometimes we hurt other people. One may not be a hurtful thing for us, it may be something very hurtful for other people. So the way I speak probably have hurt someone. The way I act, someone probably got hurt by it. Something I said and I don't remember probably hurt someone. Imagine if we had to be judged by all these small things that we do. What, at what level of sinners would we become? How many things we did as a child that actually was probably bullying other people or saying bad things to other people, was actually that actually damaged someone's life. We don't know. Like, it's just mind blowing that we still sometimes have difficulties to forgive other people and to repent and those things. So yeah, when I say I want to become a good person, that's why I say, like, I'm not a bad person, but I want to improve myself. So for that, I also need time, because doing YouTube the way I'm doing, like crazy, like I was doing last year, posting 3 videos a week, I didn't have time for God. I didn't have time to learn any kind of life skills. I didn't have time to prioritize God at all. I had no time to become a better person, a better mom. So I need to reduce the time I post so I can become a better version of me. And in the future, you guys can have a better Lydia, a Lydia that takes care of herself. Also, um, other thing that I sorry. Other thing I want to say is I'm getting baptized, guys. I don't know the exactly day yet because I am going through the process of learning the alpha, which is basically we talk about baptism and why is what baptism means, as if you're really sure that's something you want to do it, just how you learn Bible in general, so like a Bible start. And yeah, before you get baptized it's like a 12 weeks, and after that you get baptized. So probably by end of or beginning of summer probably. And yeah, it's lovely. I actually wanted to get baptized pretty early on, but I wanted to do it because my sisters were getting baptized. But then I realized that wasn't a great reason to get baptized, and I just saw that I was not in a great place with God. So I actually gave a stop, and now I feel more prepared, more ready to do that. So to be able to take time to go prioritize God and learn those things, I need time. One more reason to not post as much as I post now on this YouTube channel. Other thing, including also on the eighth point, is I want to learn modesty mentally and visually. So a lot of people say your clothes says a lot about yourself, but what you wear can't be the definition of your true self. I actually made this definition like while I was thinking, I thought that way, so I wrote like this. So let me explain, probably it will make sense to a lot of people. Have you read the phrase "Don't judge a book by its cover"? So that goes exactly with what I explained here. Sometimes we dress, we will see a lot of uh yes, yeah. When they baptize young, they just don't understand. Like it's just like they don't even know what baptize means, you know. So I think you, in my opinion, um, people should be old enough to decide if they wanna give their life to Jesus or not, you know. Um, So when I say getting learning modesty mentally and visually, modesty mentally, I mean if I dress in a modest way, I want to act just as I dress. Like, because you can have a modest clothes and then your thoughts be dirtier than a person that dresses in a not so modest way. So I want to change the way I dress. I'm not the kind of person that dresses in a modest way, on the way that it's not, how do I say that, in a way that I don't get banned from TikTok. I mean, for YouTube, for sharing my own thoughts. Um, I dress in a modest way, but not as modest as I want it. And this is not actually to do with God. This is just the way I am. I think the way I was raised, um, I didn't grow up wearing shorts in summer or things like that, or bikini. Not like a hoochie mama Lord. That's a great way to put it. Um, so I didn't grow up wearing shorts or all these things while I was growing up. So even when it's hot here, I actually don't like summer, not because of the weather, because the weather is lovely, but because I can't find a proper clothes to wear. Just because if I try to put a little bit something a little bit shorter, I'll feel naked. That's why, like, when I see other people wearing this super short that you can see the butt and everything, I just feel like that's the size of my underwear. Like, am I the one that has this bigger of a underwear? Like, how? Why is everyone wearing this that looks like my underwear? Like, seriously. So that's just how I'm not mentally prepared to the close of this world. Like, I just am not. Like, when in summer, when I go shopping, I can't find anything that I feel comfortable in, because if you find something that's like long, then it's like scalding outside. Like, it's literally, when you look, you can see like the temperature in front of you, like something waving in, like the sun is burning. You can actually see how hot it is. Like, you look and you see, your eyes get watery. This is how hot it is in UK in summers. And this year, since the climate is really really bad, I believe it's gonna be even worse. But as you guys know, may not know yet, I am preparing myself to go to Portugal. I don't know if I'm going yet, but this is a plan. And in Portugal, it's even cold, it's even hotter, but they have air conditioner inside the houses, because the houses are prepared for summer more than they are prepared for winter, which is contrary. In UK, we are more prepared for winter than for summer. So I'm gonna spend a whole month. If I go, I'm gonna spend a whole month in Portugal. So at least I'm gonna be around a lot of swimming pools and water that I can go and be in. In UK here, even though it's scalding, the water's still cold. You guys know, if you haven't watched my video that I recorded with my sister in Scarborough, that I went on the pool, I mean on the beach, go watch. That was fun, and the water was cold, and it was blurry. You couldn't see anything. It was literally hilarious how it was so hot, but the weather still crazily. I don't know. It was just crazy. Go watch it. If you go on my playlist, Summer Adventure with Christopher, is my summer edition. You can watch all the videos there for summer. It was crazy. Last summer, I think, was the best summer that I have spent, because I literally went out every day. I did, and I was so tired, but I went out every day. Yeah. So yeah, going back to the modesty, because we're running out of that. I'm just gonna put some sweet on my mouth. This one I ordered from my sister's shop. It calls Pink Me Sweets. No, Pink Sweets. Yeah, UK weather is weird. Mm, like, seriously, and I, with most respect, I look at Muslim people and I actually say, those people are strong, because it's hot. How can they go out like this? Like, I sometimes I have to not look, because they may come in a wrong way, because some people look like they're judging. So I tend to, when I see, I don't look too much, just so I don't look like I'm judging them. But sometimes it's really admiration. I'm just like, it's so hot. How can they be wearing this? Oh, really? I didn't know. I thought it was heavy. I'm like, they must be so hot. Like, if I'm here sweating, they must be sweating thing, like, because it's so hot. So now that I explain, like, I understand, because like I never asked. So thank you for telling me. um oh, in winter you gotta have a thicker one. Okay, I just thought, like, see, sometimes we need to educate ourselves. I didn't really know. Like, I thought they were like just all the same, and that you guys were like suffering in summer. But I admire that you guys were are still being modest, even in summer. No matter the weather, you guys still go with what modesty looks like for you guys. So for me, the same thing. Yeah, and like Joan was saying, like, yeah, sometimes modesty don't mean just not being sexy. We're sweaty also, okay? Modesty don't mean like don't look my skin. Sexy don't mean like wearing a clothes in appropriate way, but that may be definition of sex for someone else. um I can be sexy wearing like a long dress, a shoes, and have my hair like in a good way. I can still look sexy. But I still also like learn how to dress properly. And people say I look good in dress because I'm tall, but I actually don't like seeing myself. Um, it's also the way you speak, correct? Correct. The say you When you speak, you present yourself. Those things can also be sexiness. Like I said, it really depends how people or how you as a person define sexy. Uh, so there's many things I want to learn when it comes to modesty, mentally, visually. Like I said, visually is obvious dressing modest, not showing parts of your body you shouldn't be showing. Because yes, a lot of people may call me like, oh, you're dumb, or like you're not part of this world. Like, I'm not in this earth to be part of this world. Like, at the end of the day, my beliefs in my head and what I learned from God is that I'm not gonna live in this world forever. I'm going to a better place, heaven. So why should I be cluttering things from this world or agreeing with what this world thinks? Like, I'm not obligated to that. I can actually respect it, but it's not, um yeah, where I feel comfortable, exactly. So when it comes to modesty, dressing, we also have mentally the way we think. Like Charlene said, the way we present ourselves, the way we speak, the way we think. Like I said, you can be dressing the most, like you can be covering your whole body and your thoughts are dirty, you are not modest. Like, you may look like, but you are not, because the way you speak and the way you present, the way you think also is part of modesty. And if you are not covering all these spots, you are not modest. Like, if you use a lot of dirt language, every word you say, you need to swear, you there standing up and you just lusting in your mind, that's not modesty. It don't really matter the way you're dressing, your mind is dirty, you know. So I'm not gonna lie, I was quite addicted to listen. Like, I like books, that's just one thing, but I was addicted to like listen to audiobooks. And those audiobooks is not like any audiobook. It's not just romance, because there's a lot of romances that are really appropriate to hear, just like a love story. It's beautiful. But there is the ones that the amount of description of sex scenes on the novel is crazy. And I remember literally like spending the whole day listening to this. And at the beginning, I wouldn't talk much about it. I would just be like, just book. Like, it's not like I'm actually doing. But the more you listen to, your body desires, you know, like your body starts desire, your body starts reacting with what you listen, with what you watch. So if you watch sexual activities on the website you shouldn't be watching, you start feeling like you have to do those things as well. If you listen to music that talks too much about sex, music that, or books, like I used to listen to books that are supposed to be romantic but talk too much about sex, your body also starts wanting that. You want to be the main character of the book or the TV that you're watching. Not even like this movie that we watch nowadays on Netflix, everything that includes sex. We think, oh, it's just a normal thing, it's just a TV show. No, darling. Yes, it is just a TV show, but not, because those things that you're watching, you start desiring them. You want that too. Especially if you don't have a partner like me, you will want those things. And like I said, once I got pregnant, my son's father is that way? Yeah, Christopher's father. He was the first and last man I have ever been with. until I get married. Like, I don't have plans to go and sleep with another man because I don't want to get pregnant again and be single. And also, I don't like I've promised God that I'm gonna wait this time because the first time I didn't wait and I learned my lesson. Okay, I went see for myself and I came with a C for ourselves. So yeah, we're not doing that again. Anyways, um, so yeah, so if you watch many things like TV shows, actually one of TV shows that I really like it uh is Korean K dramas, Korean TV shows basically. Not all of them because before all of them used to be very very decent, but nowadays they add a lot of sex scenes as well. You can find a lot of, but there is a lot of them that are also good. Just like you feel like you're watching a life of your neighbor that without sex, of course. They don't include any sex. Like, they can start kissing each other and then the scene will just cut and we'll go to another part of the show. They never show literally like American TV shows do, that actually at this point is not even fun anymore. This has become a sexual website in a Netflix. Like, I can't watch TV like American movies anymore because as soon the movie starts, they're already doing it, and it's just like, okay, what about the hello? How are you? What's your name? Like, what is this? So I don't watch anymore because it's just uncomfortable. Even though I'm watching alone, I'm not watching alone because God is watching me. So like, it's like God is there with me, also looking at me like, really? Are you watching this? Like, is this that you're watching? So I just feel like someone is watching me. I shouldn't be doing that. So I don't do it. I don't do it, guys. I stick to my Korean dramas, which is just like decent enough to watch, and there is some that are not decent, so I don't watch them. Even not all about just sex, but there is also TV shows that includes a lot of magic. Those shows also I don't watch it because magic, guys, this magic, God don't work with magic. This is witchcraft. Okay, so some people don't really like to admit, but it is. So I don't watch those things. I mean, people that watch, I don't condemn them because I've been there. I've watched all my life until I was just convicted not to do it. So I don't do. But if you still do it, wait until you get convicted to, until God tells you, you know, time to pack your bags and move on from this world because this thing here, it's not safe. Um, it's just because, guys, when you start watching something that is actually not real, that is actually and also not real, that is wrong, you just start feeling like you just start putting these things like and making them become so normal. Like, you get to the point, I was getting to the point watching these many American movies about magic and everything, vampires, zombies, all these. I was thinking, oh, probably they actually exist and we just don't know. That's the point that you get when you watch too many supernatural things and then you watch so much sex things. You start thinking that sex is supposed to be like someone is literally how do I explain that in a way that is not gonna block the channel. You just start thinking that the pornography, okay, let's say pornography is how sex is supposed to be because you watch too many, so don't do it. Yeah, and exactly. um I always thought, oh my God, I want to get married so I can literally have sex. This is when I was watching too much, listen too much books, the books that are like very steamy, and I was watching a lot of American TVs. My thoughts were like, oh my God, I want to get married so I can do that with my husband too. And I don't know if you guys have gone through that, and I think probably many people haven't watched, but a lot of people have went to the phase of watching 50 Shades of Grey. That's a great example of what love shouldn't be about, what sex shouldn't be about. So I watched the 3 seasons. I watched it, all of it. Like I watched the three of them, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to have my husband so we can have that. But as time goes by, I'm just like, is my husband gonna eat sex, have like breakfast, and um good for you, and I advise you not to do it. It will not add anything in your life. Nothing. Like, because when you get married, your husband, a relationship consists in speaking and learning how to love each other every day. Because even though I'm not there, I watch my parents, which are the living proof. My parents, my stepmom, my dad, but I call them both mom, dad. Also, I call my mom. Anyways, when your parents are not together, but they have partners, and then it's everything's complicated. Anyway, so um I see my mom or dad every day. I mean, not every day, but when I see them and when I watch them from far away, I just realize the relationship is not about all of that. That nowadays, as teenagers, I mean, to young adults, we think that, yeah, oh my God, these butterflies, and we're gonna be flying every month and having sex in every part of the world. We're gonna be seeing, like, no, that's the book, that's the TV show that you've been watching. That's not gonna be happening every day in your life. You will need to talk and learn how to love each other every day, because there are gonna be so many difficulties in marriage, that you have to be, like, you have to be strong. It's just not about sex. Yes, sex helps and blah blah, is a body law, but it's not the principal thing. As a Christian, um I think marriage, right, they live in fantasy, and I used to be right on that fantasy until I was like, God was like, time to move. This fantasy will bring you nothing but suffering, because once you get married, you realize that this, it's a lie. And it's just so sad that many people haven't moved from the fantasy of marriage and thinking that, the books that we read and the TVs that we watch is gonna be the same. No. And one thing I actually used to hate was, I don't know if you guys have have ever watched any series or like movie where one of the main actors die at the end. It's not a happy ending. And you just found yourself being like super upset. Like, why they are not, like, why didn't they end up together? Like, why is one of them dying? And now, before I used to be so upset, but nowadays I realize that, yeah, sometimes endings is not always like the happy one. Like sometimes someone dies, someone gets sick, someone divorce, someone are going to problems and not resolving the problems within the marriage. Marriage is about work, just like actually it was Stephanie who said that. No, it was Joanne. Marriage is about working together. It's a teamwork, you know. Um, exactly. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Other thing, we're gonna get there. So you guys will see why I'm here giving this big statement of changing my life and devoting myself. You guys will see all of that. You guys will see. Okay. Oh, we got there. We got there. We got there. Oh, we got there. Point number 9. Number 9. No, that's 8. 9. That's 9. Okay. Long life plans that aren't so long anymore. All right, let's talk. As I was growing up, I didn't grow up with my mom or dad. I grew up with my grandparents. So not a typical family. And I always watched my cousins. I have 9 aunties and 1 uncle. No, 7 aunties and 1 uncle. So I always dreamed, because all of them, majority of them were married and they had like kids, my cousins, and they just looked happy. So I always dreamed to also have that as a kid, but I didn't. So I said, one day when I have my husband, I want to have my kids all like in a marriage and just be happy and have a family. that I didn't have the opportunity to experience and have. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. You guys know how it goes. Go pregnant, blah blah blah. Move past to that. Now I'm 21. I don't want to get married right now for the fact that I still have to learn all these things that I told you guys, from cleaning house, cooking, finances, taking care of myself, loving myself. There are days, guys, like not anymore, like not right now, but I would say until last month, sometimes I wouldn't even wash my mouth for the whole day. Like I wouldn't brush my teeth. I wouldn't bath for maximum 1 week. Like I would just wash myself very quickly, but like a proper bath, I wouldn't do it because I'm like busy doing what? Recording video for the YouTube. I'm busy doing what? I don't even know. I'm not learning anything, but I'm busy. So that's why I've actually um also depression. Yeah, depression. I was really bad, guys. Really bad. Really bad. My house looked like, you know those houses that you see on TV that you actually judging that person. You're like, oh my god, that looks like a garbage bin. Like, why is it so dirty? I remember the only places that I would make the effort to stand up from that deathbed, I would call, because that's how depressed I felt. That's what I'm saying. You guys didn't even knew the true Lydia, because the Lydia you saw on camera was the motivated Lydia, the happy Lydia. And once that camera was down and the video was up, I would be like, I hate this life. That's how I was gonna be after that video ended. So there's many things you guys didn't know that you guys are getting to know now, and you guys are getting to know that that Lydia is dead now. But for that Lydia not to resuscitate, because God is good and He has resuscitated many people. Not really many people. I don't remember his name in English, but Jesus resuscitated. What's his name? The one that has the sisters, that was really good friend of him. I don't remember the name in English, guys. I'm sorry. But things can, if you actually told those things died and they were just like, they're just Lazarus, thank you. Lazarus was resuscitated. He was dead. I don't mean like dead for hours, dead for days, and he was resuscitated. So sometimes when we think, oh, this depression is past gone, like it's gone, it's not coming back. I thought that depression and anxiety was dead, was gone, dead forever, deep in hell, never coming back. Until I experienced depression from this mid-December till last week. Yeah, it's been that recent I've been there. And for this whole time, guys, I felt sick, not only mentally but physically. I felt like I wasn't living in my body. I felt like my eyes were the only thing that belonged to me. I would look at everything and be like, why can't I just stand up and clean? Like the only moment I would like get up, wash my mouth, take a bath, was if something happened, which a lot of things happened. Like Christopher got sick many times and we had to go to the hospital. So those times were the times I would actually take a shower, or when my family would call me to obligate me to go to their house because they miss me. Those were the times I would actually get ready and go. And those people, they didn't knew how bad I was. Like they would just be like, oh Lydia, how long I'll see you? And I'll be like, oh, I've been busy, sorry, I've been recording videos, the same excuse all the time. And they believe me because they know my YouTube is growing and I'm making more videos. And about medication, guys, I actually was given the medication for depression, but for some reason my body is silly. And I mean that like in a funny way, but at the same time in not so funny way, because I don't know if there is actually any problem related to that. But even paracetamol, guys, makes me sleepy. And I don't mean just like, oh my god, I'm sleepy. I mean like passed out and wake up like 3 4 hours later. That's how sleepy it makes me. I remember the first time I talk, even when I'm in my period, I don't drink no medication. I enjoy the pain because I know if I drink a paracetamol, ibuprofen, whatever the medication you say, you name it, I'm asleep. Like, and I'm not a person who likes to sleep that much. So if I'm sleeping, means that thing took me down. A paracetamol took me down. So I'm not gonna be sleeping if you give me a paracetamol. So the depression meds, I remember the first day I took, and I good thing, thank God, I took this medication in the morning. Christopher went to school and I took the medication. Guys, tell me why it's 9 o'clock I took this medication. Why am I waking up at 3 p.m. in the sofa? I don't even remember what time I slept. I just remember the time I woke up. And I was so confused. I didn't remember sleeping. Because sometimes you remember sleeping. You don't remember you position yourself and fell asleep. I didn't remember sleeping. So I was wondering myself, why in the earth it's 3 p.m. Why? What happened? I was like, probably I was just tired, I've been depressed, probably just tired. Next day, I took the medication. I tried to take a night. I said I was also a little bit suspicious of medication, so I said I'm gonna take a night. For some, if you make me sleep at least this night, it's time to sleep, which is good because I also have problems sleeping. So I'm like, okay, that will make me sleep good, kill something with the same thing. I'll say I forgot the phrase. So I went do that and I actually did sleep. But bad thing, instead of waking up at 7 a.m. to get Christopher ready, I woken up at 10. Christopher missed his medication because he has morning and evening medication he has to take. He didn't take his medication. He woke up. He tried to wake me up, I think, because he was already awake and there was many toys in the bed, which means he probably threw me the toys and I didn't even woke up. So I was like, this is dangerous. Because if Christopher has a seizure and he's like shocking on the seizure, I'm passed out. Kill two birds with one stone. Exactly. um, so I was like, probably I should just not take any of those because it's really not working for me. And also one thing I have noticed in UK is that the medicine is not as before. I actually never got that sick in UK, so I cannot really speak from the past because I'm not a person who gets sick like on a daily basis. Um, that's also a good thing. Like I remember when I was a kid, I used to get sick a lot all the time. The medications that we would take is like herbs, teas. Like we had those herbs that we had grow at home in the yard. Like my grandma, when she was alive, she had this big yard where she had all her legumes, vegetables, and just like herbs, everything just in one place. We ate natural. We had like our own animals. She would take all the blood from the animal and cook. And we had our own like corn. We would take the corn out of the corn thing with it. Anyways, it was really good. Yes, I love ginger tonic. Yes, it is good. I'm gonna save this life so I can take your guys you guys things so I can try myself. But I really like tea, so I normally take like chamomile tea and I take green teas. But the teas here are very processed. It's different. So like when I'm going to Portugal, I'm gonna try to ask because my birth mom, she's coming from Angola to Portugal, so I asked her to bring me some herbs and things like that. So when I'm in Portugal, I can bring here, because I know those are like true herbs. It's like coming from the roof, and she saw it being pulled. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we were talking about plans, life plans, long life plans that aren't so long anymore. Remember when we were a kid, or like that we make like plans, oh one day I wanna get married, one day I wanna have kids, or whatever the plan is, you make your plans for the future. But once you get to a certain age, you look and you're like, wow, like those plans aren't a long life plan anymore. Like they're close life plan. And for me, not from pressure of anyone, because I'm the youngest daughter of my father, from our father's side, because my mom has another girl, yeah, and my father has a boy. But for my father's side, I'm the youngest girl. So I'm 21, and my elder sister, she's 25, gonna be 26, and I'm gonna be 22 this year. So I'm the youngest, and none of them have boyfriend or are married. But me personally, I always wanted to get married and have a family. But I also think it's not fair for me to get married, literally not knowing the bare minimum. I think it's just so wrong to the other person. Okay, if I want to get married, at least I need to know how to manage my finances, my money, because I need to be wise. The Bible talks about the wise woman and the one that is not so wise. Don't remember the right word in English, but the wise woman, the one that builds her house and the high, and that builds near the hawks, something like that. In English it's not really working, because I have my Portuguese Bible and my English Bible, but I learn more things like in the Portuguese one, so sometimes I don't make sense in English. um so yeah, like I was saying, I want to be a wise woman, not just a wise wife, but a wise woman. And for that, I need to learn many things that I don't know. So for me to be able to get married, I need to learn certain things that a wife should know, a woman should know. So yeah, I want to learn those things, and that's why I'm gonna not post too much on YouTube and try to put myself busy learning more about myself, loving myself, because I'm not gonna wait for no man to come and tell me I'm beautiful when I myself don't think I'm a beautiful person. So thank you. So yeah, I want to also learn how to love myself. I want to learn how to take care of myself, and I don't want to toxically love myself, because sometimes we can become toxic when it comes to loving ourselves. Even though we know we are not okay, we'll still just say I love myself the way I am. No, 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 darling. If you need a change, you need to change. Don't be loving yourself when you know you're toxic, because that's not good. So I wanna love myself. But to love myself, I need to change certain things that I don't think is right. And for you to be able to change those things, you need a self-evaluation, and you need time with yourself and with God. Yeah, I will still do live, because live videos, live is really quickly. And now the good thing, YouTube has the short videos. Those are also really quickly to make, really easy. So you guys will get a lot of videos, short videos, at least 2 lives a month. And videos, really those ones that you have to make it and edit, you guys won't get that much, but at least per month I would say 1 or 2 videos per month. But lives, short videos, you guys will get there a lot. You guys will still see me regularly, just not in the long videos that you guys normally see me. Like I said, because I really want to learn how to be a better person, learn life skill things, because I want to get married, guys. And not because of the sex, not that, because I genuinely feel like God, and I always wanted to get married, but I never felt like I want to get married like very soon. I never felt like that. So if it's really in my heart, it means that it's my time. Like God is preparing me to get married. If I came to this realization of thinking of getting prepared and all these, means God is preparing me to get married. So I need to also allow myself for God to work on me, because if God has a plan for me and I have a plan for my own self, it's not gonna work. We're not gonna meet ends, and I'm just gonna keep falling short all the time. So yeah, we have to get prepared to get married, guys, because very soon, I don't know how soon, because I don't know anyone. I don't even have male friends. This is how I don't know anyone means. I know zero person, zero people, or zero men that I could possibly think, oh, he could be. No, I don't know. don't know. I don't know my future husband yet, guys. Don't never met the person, but pray for him. And I, for some reason, one of the other things God has put in my heart is that the men I'm gonna marry will have kids already. Yeah, and this is actually something that I don't bother because I have a kid also. And since God has been put on my heart, I'm already prepared that my man will have kids. Two, three, I don't know how many kids God is planning. I really don't know. But when I pray, the word that comes is not like kid, it's kids, which is like more than one. And when this word comes, I'm like, God, please at least just two, so we can have three because of mine, and he's like two, three kids. Let's not put more than that. But like, I don't know God's plan. Probably God already knows the man I'm gonna marry. He knows the how many kids this man already has. So um yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm not giving, that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving myself like a time limit to learn anything. I'm not giving myself that. I have, I'm gonna learn, and gonna walk on the steps that God wants me to walk. You know, I may, of course, I have a age I want to get married, now a time limit. But like I said, God may want me to marry earlier or even later than the plans I've made it, because it's God's plan. It's not mine. It's not mine. And if I don't have even anyone I know, how can I even marry a person like if I don't have the person? But God has that person. So once God sees, oh, she's ready, he's gonna present me to this person. So we need to follow God's plan. We need to take our time and learn and be realistic, because YouTube is hard. And when we see all these YouTubers, big YouTubers that already have many followers and make a lot of money, and we think YouTube is easy, and we try to project this easy life that they present to the smaller YouTubers, don't do that, because those big YouTubers, um, oh, thank you. Thank you, Stefan. I think those big YouTubers, to get where they are right now, they really battle a lot while they were small, just like me. They were struggling. And when they go like the fame and the morning, it's a little bit more easy because now they can pay someone to edit. They can pay someone to take the monthly pictures for their Instagram and for the thumbnails. They can pay for everything. The only thing they have to do is record. That's when YouTube or social media turns into an easy job. But if you are like me, still small YouTuber who has to do everything for themselves, then it's a hard job. It's more than a 9 to 7 job, because you do so much and you don't get paid. You get zero paid at the end of the month. It's zero there. Like, you work it so much and you got £0. So it is frustrating mentally, physically, because you just don't have money. And I keep moving my hands. And I think when I rewatch this, I'm gonna be annoyed at myself. But aren't we all the time? So yeah, this was the plan, um my lifelong plans, who aren't so long anymore, which are see, I keep moving my hands, ugh, which are getting married, having kids, and helping others. I plan to travel, guys, but like I said, this is actually, even though I love traveling and it's something I want to do, it's not something God is putting in my heart. So probably it's not something we're gonna be doing a lot at the beginning. But anyways, whatever happens, guys, let's not stress about something that it's not even there. Okay, please, just don't stress. Don't stress. Don't think too much. Don't think too much, because if you think too much, then you're overthinking, and if you're overthinking, then you became anxious, and if you became anxious, then you became depressed. So we're not doing that. Okay. Yeah, I sometimes I have this shake up with me, my own self. I need to shake me, because it be your own self putting yourself down. Really, you'll be overthinking over the thing that someone said, and we're not doing that. Let's just follow God's steps, whatever He wants me to do, to go. I think it will be the best, because of course He won't put me He won't put me in any difficult position that he know I can handle. So that was my 2022 resolution. Yeah. And also a welcome to 2023 and the plans that we have in the channel, in my life. Um Also to request a prayer, like praying, guys. If you can pray, pray a lot. Like we see in Revelation God saying that we'll know when the word is gonna be at the end, like when the time comes we'll know. And this word don't look too good, but also God says that when we think it's the end, it's actually the beginning. And since 2020, I think that's when COVID starts. I don't even remember anymore. I think it was, yeah, beginning of 2020. See, the 2020, huh? It could not wait. It just went to 2020. Anyway, 2020, we saw COVID, and when we thought it was gonna be just another virus that's gonna stop in 1 month and 1 year, no, we stayed locked for 2 years and a half. And when people start going out, we thought, oh my god, finally the world is getting better. No, things start going wrong. Climate change, earthquakes, volcanoes, everything. Places burning because it's too hot, or places freezing because it's too cold. Places flooding because it's raining too much. And we're not talking about Africa, which is the place people think it's not that pop, how they say that, it's not that prepared for those things. We're talking about Europe, we're talking about America. The cost of living, guys, I do not have oil in my house. I bought butter to use as an oil. Because tell me why one butter of 1 liter of oil is £1, I mean £4 99. What? £4 and what? Huh? What do you mean? I bought, like, you mean this liter of oil is £4 99 for the oil? The one that if I pour half to fried chicken, I'll have to throw away? That's the oil you're talking about? And I'm just like, no. We're not doing that. Let's not eat fried chicken. Actually, I need to lose weight. So yeah. Let's I don't know, grill the chicken, and let's make rice with unsalted butter, because it is ridiculous, like seriously. Yeah, the eggs on my and Christopher now, my son doesn't say, my son likes expensive things. Now for no reason he's loving eggs. He wants to eat eggs every day, and I'm just like, son, I can't find more eggs in this place. There's no eggs. The eggs I There's no eggs. And he's crying for the eggs. So now he's me every week trying to go and find those eggs. Whatever I can find so that Christopher can eat egg. And this is how we live in hunting food. Food are so expensive. And Walker Crisp, this we still have. I just have to like order on Amazon a big box. And actually this month, when I do my grocery shopping, I'm gonna order 2 boxes, because last time that box lasted 3 weeks. So I need to order for 4 weeks because I get paid every 4 weeks. So yeah, so I'm gonna order two. At least it has an extra just in case, guys, because the world is getting crazy. Before I used to buy like grocery for 115, and I would have this many grocery. I would be able to buy fruits. Guys, I can't even buy fruits anymore, because by the time I bought all the essential, which are the rice, pasta, meat, and like frozen vegetables, or lotteries and all these things, canned food like tomatoes, things, when I buy all these things that are the essentials, I don't have money for fruit. I don't have money for that. I don't know if I should say thank God my kid don't eat fruits, or if I should cry that he don't eat fruits. Because right now it sounds more like thank God. because at least I do not have to worry about food. I don't know why my English is sounding like this exactly. I don't know why. TikTok is messing with my brain, which is also one social media I have to reduce using, because I I don't know why I'm speaking like this. Anyways, um, yeah, and also I want to say, like, I would like to say, please guys, pray for Turkey and Syria. If you haven't heard yet, uh more than 5,000, no, the last thing I saw was more than 11,000 people have died. Guys, do you know 11,000? It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Too many people have died. Earthquake, like, it's crazy and it's sad. I can't even go on TikTok and not cry. I can't even open my Instagram and not cry and pray and pray and pray. Like, every time I open my TikTok, my Instagram, I find myself praying, praying, sending blessings, sending help. And I don't have the money. So the only help I have is praying and sharing the word so that people can help and pray for those people, for these countries. Because like I was saying, the when we think it's just the end, it is the beginning. We started with what, COVID, then we started with floodings, we started with freezing places. People died, guys. People died because the whole country was frozen. People, have you imagined yourself dying frozen? Yeah, many people die like this last year. People die because it was flooding. And we're not talking about Africa, where people say, oh, it's not prepared for those things. We're talking about Europe, where those things are supposed not to happen, are supposed to be prepared, and still they're dying. Now we have Turkey and Syria going through that. Kids dying, like, I don't know, probably because you're a mom, I'm a mom, I just feel extra sensitive when I see those things. I just hug my kid and I appreciate that he still makes a mess on the living room. I appreciate that he's still screaming and annoying myself. I still happy when at least he's there to grab that salty pot, even though we don't have money, and throw in the living room, because he's alive. I and I'm so grateful that, yes, I don't have as much I wish I had, but I still breathe every day and I still be healthier than many people. I still have a roof over my head and I still have my life. I'm alive, guys. You are alive. You are watching this live right now. You are alive. You're breathing. You're breathing. Those people aren't. Just like Stefan said right now, I'm not, also I'm also like, that's what I'm saying, that I'm gonna take a little break of social media, of not being like constantly, because I work with social media, which means I'm constantly there looking at trends that people are doing, so I can do also in my niche to get more views. And I don't want to do that anymore, because at this point it's not becoming just about views. It's becoming about the people that have money go and give money. The people that have time, I don't have anything to do, like volunteer and go help this country. The people that, like me, that don't have a way to help with money, or going there by self praying. So instead of me being there and just watching and crying over, I'm gonna cry on my knees and pray that God will help those people. So I encourage all of you to do the same. It is, we're gonna hit 100 minutes right now, which is a lot more than almost 2 hours, guys, which means it's almost 12 p.m. We all have kids, I think, and if not, we have to wake up tomorrow anyways. um so Christopher, I have to wake up tomorrow to send him to school. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have to wake up tomorrow and put him to school. And a lot of you guys have to do the same. So I have managed to finish all of 10 things I wanted to say. Last being, again, pray for Syria and Turkey, and also for the word. Um, Girl, I like you're good. I be waking up at 8 a.m. knowing that the school bus will be in my house between 8:15 to 8:30. So I'll have to be like running all over the place. Good thing I give birth to Christopher at night. So in the morning I still have to throw him water because he likes water, guys. He likes to be like fresh. So even though he's bathed already, I still have to throw him water so he can freshen up his brain, wake up fully. And I have to put in the cream. And the cream that he uses is like very oily, but also very difficult to disappear. So I have to spend so much time there. That's what I'm saying. Also, I need to learn how to be organized on my timing, and this is a things that we have to learn anyway. We talked about that. Lydia, don't repeat yourself. um and let's do that again. Let's do that again probably at the end of this um month. Let's do another live and update you guys where I'm at in life. I wish you guys have a great night. I wish you guys have a wonderful sleep. I wish that God will protect your house, that God will be sending his angels to protect you, and I wish that he'll protect your neighbors as well, the people that you don't like, and the people that don't like you. He will still protect them in the name of Jesus. So yeah, let's end this here because if I keep talking, we'll get out of here by 2 a.m. Have a wonderful night. I'll go sleep. You guys go sleep too, and let's wake up tomorrow for our kids. And yeah, bye bye. Oh, and I paint my hair black. It was orange, by the way. Now it's fully black, and I don't plan going back to orange. So sad, but another season. Bye bye. Was nice for you guys being here. Thank you so much, Joanna and Charlene. You guys were here to support me until the end. And there is someone else here that didn't comment, I think, because I can't see your name here. But also thank you for being here. Love you and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.